Ahoy pirates! Welcome back to my channel. This is a special video. It's the very first episode of a brand new series that I hope you'll enjoy, Portolano. Historically, a Portolano was the navigator's guide, an essential tool for charting new courses and sailing safely into the unknown. Here, it becomes your compass in the world of video games. Technical analysis, objective insights, and personal impressions to help you discover what every game has to offer with as few spoilers as possible. The course is set. Welcome aboard. The game we are looking at today just had to be Seafight. We are talking about a browser game born back in 2006. It won several awards and, especially in the beginning, it had an incredible boom with massive numbers. On my channel, you can already find a lot of videos and guides about it, so feel free to check those out. But now, let's get straight to the point. Does it still make sense to play Seafight? Let's do a quick experiment. For a moment, I will forget that I've been playing Seafight for 18 years, and I'll imagine I'm a brand new player. What's the first thing I see? The tutorial. And honestly, it's a modern map, full of details and content. With the default graphics set to high, the atmosphere is actually really nice. You spend 5 minutes learning the basics, fighting ships and monsters, and then, boom! You face a fire-breathing dragon. I think for a new player, the reaction is just wow. You can hardly believe this game is 20 years old. At first, the great visuals of the tutorial make you forget that the ships move in a pretty limited way. The real issues start when you arrive at the safe haven. It's chaotic. There are too many quest givers, too many things to do, and maybe too much information all at once. You will get confused, and you'll immediately feel the need to find someone to tell you, okay, what do I do now? The equalized maps help you on one hand, but on the other hand, they make things harder because you don't understand right away why your ship isn't getting stronger. So, within half an hour, you go from amazement to confusion. However, that sense of curiosity and adventure is still there, and it hooks you. A quick piece of advice: if you are new, find a guild immediately and let the veterans guide you. And of course, follow the forum and Discord so you don't miss anything. Now let's talk about the weak spots, the graphics and, especially, the audio. Today, we are used to realistic graphics, smooth movements, and breathtaking shaders. Well, in Seafight, all of this is just a dream. The basic graphics have been the same for 20 years. On one hand, this makes it look old compared to modern titles. On the other hand, it has become its trademark. I can't even imagine a different look. It would probably feel weird to me. To be fair, in recent years, after switching to Unity, the visuals have improved a lot. The new maps, Atlantis, the ship designs, and the general effects create a nice experience. But the audio is stuck in 2006. Let's be honest, I don't think a single Seafight player keeps the game audio on. If you know anyone who actually uses it, please write it in the comments. Hearing those annoying cannon shots every single second is almost painful. There are no real environmental effects or unique sounds for events. It's definitely lacking. If you are looking for a AAA game, Seafight is absolutely not for you. But if you want a 2D game with nice, clean artwork, you will enjoy it. But let's get to the real strength, the gameplay. The variety of things you can do is huge. Do you like PvE? You will find hundreds of NPCs, monsters, and maps to have fun in. Are you competitive and love PvP? You will find plenty of action in servers that still have, after 20 years, a few thousand active players. There are specific servers for every play style, though you can still do everything in all of them. The game is packed with regular events, single-player or group event maps, and daily, weekly, and seasonal quests. You can easily play 3 hours a day without ever running out of things to do. And besides growing your ship in the main world, going through over 60 levels and 100 maps, the game offers you the Atlantis dimension. This is an underwater world where you move with submarines. It feels like a completely different game, but it's fully integrated. You will have to upgrade and build your submarine just like your ship, In Seafight, there is simply no end. There is a main storyline, sure, but then it's up to you, your style, and your choices to decide what kind of pirate you want to become. In the last 2 years, the developers have worked really hard on level progression, resources, and helping new players improve their ships. The first 5 maps are now equalized to stop veterans from sinking beginners. In these maps, everyone shoots the same way and has the same stats. In less than 3 hours of playing, a new player has a usable ship. In 1 week, you can easily reach level 25, and in a couple of months, you can hit the max level. You can see your stats going up, and it feels rewarding. You can get almost everything completely free to play. The pay-to-win aspect is only noticeable at high levels, in the endgame, where certain cannons or upgrades make a huge difference in serious PvP or if you are racing for the leaderboards. Over the years, Seafight has added a massive amount of items, buffs, cannons, ammo, and extensions. Menus, values, stats, a huge amount of unique features. You can never truly max out your ship, even if you spend a lot of money. And the many paid packages create a big gap between free-to-play and pay-to-win, which is made worse by different regional prices in different countries. Anyway, the game is constantly updated with about 2 major updates every year. Every month, there are at least 3 events, plus the big classic ones like Halloween and Christmas. Seafight is truly a world to explore, and you appreciate it more when you dive deep into its mechanics. This is where a true player shines, creating custom setups for every situation across more than 100 open maps. Now let's touch on a topic people rarely talk about, but I think it's very important: accessibility. First of all, Seafight runs on any PC. It's lightweight, you can play it on a browser, and even the downloadable client has very low requirements. You just need Windows 10, 4 gigs of RAM, and less than 2 gigs of storage space. The game screen is fully customizable, you can move every single element wherever you want. You can also play the C map in full screen or shrink it to leave space for your sidebars. Looking at the gameplay, the graphic options are limited, and the color choices aren't always the best. For example, you can't change the colors of the dots on the minimap, which is a big issue for colorblind players. Also, the game, especially in PvP, is extremely fast. The amount of items, bars, and keys you have to press in rapid succession during a fight is a barrier for people with disabilities, low mobility, or slow reflexes. On one hand, it rewards player skill, which is good, but on the other hand, to be competitive you need great reflexes and a fast internet connection. In PvE, thankfully, the pace is much slower, so this issue is barely noticeable. In conclusion, how can we sum up Seafight? Here are my scores. First impression, 7 out of 10. The game looks great at the start. Even if the phases right after the tutorial are a bit chaotic, the initial visual impact keeps the score up. Gameplay, 8 out of 10. High quality. The open maps and the total freedom to do whatever you want are great. Fully deserved. Progression, 9 out of 10. I'm risking a 9 here because of the great work done in the last years. Growth is fast and supported, and it's the main reason why I tell new or returning players that it makes sense to play today. Content, 7 out of 10. For the constant updates over 20 years, which show no signs of stopping. And now, the bad notes. Graphics, 5 out of 10. Even though it's nostalgic, it just can't compete with modern games. Ships moving in zigzags, yeah, I can't give it a passing grade. Accessibility, 5 out of 10. There are too few options for visual customization and item management. We need an auto-fire bar or some kind of automation. Many of you watching are already Seafight players. Tell me in the comments what you think of this review and what scores you would give it. To the curious viewers and those who played years ago, I still recommend giving it a try. It's a game you have to experience. Especially on winter days when you're stuck inside, it's a great pastime. That's all for this episode of the Portolano. More videos are coming soon about other games I've been testing lately. In fact, let me know in the comments if there's a title you want me to review next. See you soon.